We do have the head. Got a 3D printer. Now don't get angry at me. Don't get angry at me. Ugly thing. There, and you type BubbleKnot, you get 25% off. And I redid my usual setup. I did a lot. I failed. Like, I totally failed. I didn't publish a single thing in October. And like anything that I did publish was scheduled way back in like July. So I completely forgot about that. I know YouTube saw that. So what's up, guys? I got really sick and I got really tired and I totally just failed. Or at least I thought I did. But one thing about failure is that it doesn't really happen unless you stop trying. And I haven't stopped trying yet. I actually didn't stop trying all of October and like even the end of September. I tried to make fluffy stuffed animals, which did not work well at all, mainly because I was working with fluffy fabric. I tried to record that. It did not work out. I do have a single success, and it's this little guy. But all the other ones did not work out, mainly because fuzzy fabric stretches. And so, yeah, I was going to do a whole video about me trying to make a bunch of cute geese, and it just didn't work out. And I have, like, all of, like, the geese bodies, like, shoved, like, in a corner down here. Because I don't know when I'm ever going to try to sew them again. Also, I discovered that the orange fabric I picked out was a little bit too thin for my liking. So I tried to make a giant bear's head. I started recording that. And while I absolutely love him, this is going to take forever. And when I got really sick, this was the last thing I wanted to work on. But we do have the head, and I will start working on him. Except I'm not going to make him for a single video. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to break down a bunch of reels once I figure out my schedule, which figuring it out, I'll make a reel on my process on this guy like every week. And then I will post a final YouTube video compiling all of it so you can see him come together. But we do currently have a head and just a head, because I haven't gone past that point yet. I was going to do my first 3-day market and record that as well at the end of October. And while I sound great now, yippee-ki-yay, I was battling a sinus and lung infection where I sounded like this. Like, I literally couldn't talk. Canceled that. Was fully ready to record videos of me prepping for that, and I just deleted all of it because never happened. I even, in the time I was gone, got a 3D printer. Now, don't get angry at me. Don't get angry at me. It's not like that. I'm not becoming a 3D artist. I'm using the 3D printer to print stitch markers. I know they're on packaging right now, but little heart stitch markers, and I even have heart ones that like clasp. I'm using that to make stitch markers, and I want to get better at sculpting. I recorded some of my setup for my 3D printer, but again, I was dying. So I was like, no one's going to want to watch me just go, and then also a lot of my first prints I made with that failed horribly. Oh my God. Failed horribly. But you know what we say. You don't fail if you haven't stopped trying. And I haven't stopped trying. I even made my own pattern for a chunky opossum, which I also recorded some of that process. I just never published that video. I didn't think it was good enough. Of just going through like making the prototype and then coming up with the finished one, which if you want to see the prototype, you've already seen them probably in some reels of mine. But it's this ugly thing. The vision was there, but like, what is this thing in comparison to... Yeah, no. Here's the finished vision. Yeah, I made a whole pattern, my first ever crochet pattern called the Chunky Opossum, which is available on my Etsy right now. The sale actually ends today. If you go on there and you type BubbleKnot, you get 25% off. Of my little opossum. Another thing I did during October is that I filmed me trying to remaster and redo my setup. I got little cube things that you see in like Artist Alley all the time. and I redid my usual setup. I did a lot in October, and I felt like I did nothing because I didn't record it. Well, I recorded it. I just never published it. Therefore, I thought I did nothing, and I failed. But I didn't fail. I had a lot of things I tried to do, and some of them were successes. The sewing geese was not a success. Posting my published pattern, that was a success. I think my new market setup was a success. And while I had a lot of failure with the 3D printer, I will say that these little hearts are a success. So, we're back. I'm back. And reality is, I need to understand that I'm not a full-time content creator and that I'm just allowed to post what I have done. So that's what I'm going to do. So hi, meet my new best friend. His name's Barry. He looks like a little rag doll. Little rag Barry. So stinking cute! I love him so much. And when I crocheted him, I was like, oh, this is why. This is my why. This is why I love everything that I do. My yarn wall. This is my why. We are so back, and you guys are now stuck with me twice a month. This is the first video, long form video, twice a month. And also I will post a reel 3 times a week. So you guys are stuck with me twice a month on YouTube, long form, and then 3 reels a week. And it is what it is, because I love you guys and I miss you guys. And I just want to post again. Even if I have some failures, I won't stop trying. And we get to go through it together. Okay, that's all I wanted to say. Bye, guys. See you next time.